Yo people, today we're going to be talking about a situation which I had with someone who was adamant that they was right and that I was wrong, which at this particular point in my life, I've had to draw myself back from situations like that and say, do you know what? It's not my place to prove myself. I stay in my lane. I never humble myself, in situations. If I don't know something, I'll be the first to say I don't know it. But it's okay because I'm not here to engage in every conversation with everyone about something which I know and I know you don't know, but you want to prove a point to me just by making your point heard with no facts. It was a long time ago, but I stopped engaging with people when it comes to things what they feel like they know about without any research. I get it, we all do it. We just talk from the mouth and believe what we know is golden. Like it's golden knowledge. I know this and nobody else knows it. Really? 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 It's 2025. We've stopped telling people to humble themselves, What we start telling people to do is stay in your own lane of what you know and what you do. Because when you cross over and you want to tell people about stuff which is on the internet, if you have a smartphone, this is a smartphone, it can make you smart because the things what you don't know, you can research from it. But I get it. I get that a lot of our older generation, because I was having a conversation with someone about something and he was very adamant that no, the qualification what you have isn't the same or doesn't or isn't above being this situation, which was, I was like, okay, and the situation what I'm talking about is, I'm talking about someone that has a site supervisor qualification in comparison to someone who has a AP, appointed person title or qualification, right? Because it's not a qualification in a whole, because it doesn't exist when it comes to NVQs or anything. So therefore it's not recognised by any governing board, but anybody. Do you get it? It's only effective and relevant within certain areas, Whatever sector you work for in work, it might be relevant for that time, but it's not recognised and relevant outside that field, which might be whatever it is. And I was just trying to, I did say what the course, what I have, what the qualification, what I have, is, because I'm sure that sometimes when people hear it, they don't know what it is. So I'll tell you what it is. It's basically someone who's able to be a supervisor on a construction site, right? So it's the health and safety, it's the toolbox talks, and it's the understanding of health and safety, Risk assessments, RAMs, all of these information you're supposed to know and understand and realize when these things are going on site. That qualification is one qualification away from being the site manager, right? So just think about that in that perspective. Now, on the other hand, we have someone who is an appointed person within a, in what they call an AP, right? So an AP is just a responsible person, like I said, but it only stems from environments which are like hospitals and stuff like that. So it doesn't go anything further than that. And what can I say to you? It's only to do with people that are doing maintenance and safety systems. That's what it says online. Safety systems and maintenance. That's what it's to do with. So if your supervisor is still your supervisor, you still report to that person, innit? And that's what the other course is and allows you to become, because the MSTS, Site supervisor course, yeah, is to do with health and safety, risk assessment, toolbox talks, permits to work, and documents, yeah. So drawings, safety control on site. Right. So there you go. And I came back and I thought to myself, I'm going to make a video out of this because I'm always in a place where I want to help others understand stuff which I possibly didn't understand at one point. I didn't get like what the course meant or what you could do with the course or what the next step was from the course to go up to another course. And I get it sometimes when you're very naive within your thinking, yeah, and when you're in an institution for a period of time, you start to believe that this is the rules all over. And what that tells me is that maybe you wasn't a person that really read up on certain things and understood it, because if you understand it, we wouldn't be having this conversation, to be honest. But I know that from someone of a younger generation than this person, because they're older than me, yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow when someone who's younger than you tells you something which you thought you knew. Yeah, you didn't know that, innit? And it's okay, because there's been many a things in life what I've not known. But the things I do know, I pride myself on them things. That's why when I'm speaking to other people, yeah, who are like me, and this man's another black man, I will let man know, listen, they call me the prophet, you know. And if you understand what a prophet is, it's a knowledgeable person. That's why they call me the prophet. I know stuff, and I pride myself on knowing stuff, and stuff what I don't know, yeah, I don't attack people on it and say, oh no, this is, because I haven't done any research on it. And I'm at the time in life where you have enough energy to defend your opinions. And my opinions only come with facts. That's the only thing I work off, because other stuff, when you're talking to adults, it all becomes personal. Personally, I feel like, well, nobody cares about how you feel personally. We're talking about this specific thing. So answer me on this question, and then I can follow up with this. But it turns into a debate, a back and forward. A me one, you two, me one, you two. I'm not trying to do that with people, you know? Like, it's not my goal to do that. I don't feel that we get anything out of the situation, but you understand that I could be an argumentative person. Doesn't prove anything. It doesn't make me right or anything like that unless we've got the facts in front of us. That's why I work off the facts. I'm not trying to downplay what someone doesn't know, because like I said, I was a person who was not knowing stuff as well. But today I know better. So I don't preach and I don't say stuff to people what I don't know about. I'm happy with keeping myself quiet and listening and learning something, because you're never too old to learn a lesson. Everyone must remember that in life. There are lessons who can be taught to you by someone who, when you look at them, you think, you don't know nothing. That's where you let your ego get involved too much. But I suppose me having this conversation with you lot today, I've realised that I had it with my partner as well. And she said, that's weird, because, you know, like, as men get older, they like to be more right about something. Oh, I told you, I know about these types of things. You can't know about everything, man. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it a buck. Yeah? Keep it a buck. Was you the smartest guy in school? Might be no. Was you the best at maths? You wasn't. Isn't going to make you the best type of hustler today. Was you a person that was on money? No, you wasn't. But you know how important it is now in life. Again, these are things like you're learning, innit? And these learning experiences, yeah, no matter if you're in your 30s, 40s, 20s, Take them in, man. Eat a bit of stay in your lane pie when it comes to having a situation with someone when you don't know something, because there's no shame in that. Do you understand? Like, I've had to let people think to themselves, like, do you understand what you're saying right now? Because what you're saying, you know, like, I'm always trying to wonder, why would you say that? Why would you think that I didn't know if I've told you the history of me, like where I've started? I was an apprentice. I went to a college. I worked for a company. I done price work. I also done my own company. I have my own plumbing company. I work for companies. I was working for billionaires the last 2-3 years. So why would you think that I haven't got everything in and on top of that, I've been a lecturer for 9 years, teaching what we're talking about. So I would hope at some point that I looked at the website, which was City and Guilds, and saw every single course what they do, and understanding what they are and what skill set you need for that and where you would go up the ladder. There were some jobs which I looked at, obviously I saw where you could be a contracts manager, you could be a da-da-da-da from this job. What the next step is to get this and this course. I never want to sound like I'm getting on to people, because I like that guy. I really do like him as a person. I mean, he's got a nice demeanour about him. I mean, he's kind, respectful. He listens as well, which is good, because when you listen, I suppose there's a part of you which is learning. You're not just listening for the sake of listening. You're listening because it intrigues you, but you're also listening because you're getting to know something what you didn't know before. And a lot of it is vital information, because you out there could be spreading like the wrong information about something. Oh no, this is right. It's not. Look at me. It's not right. You know it's not right. You've got the smartphone. Be a smart person. Do the research before you start speaking. If you've got a little inkling in your head to say, I might be wrong, I might search it on Google. Yeah? Furthermore, download ChatGPT. It will talk back to you. Do you get it? You ain't got to do too much. You just got to hold it up and, yeah, was blah, blah, blah. And it will tell you the answer. Doing the research for you. But I guess we've got a lot of people in life now that they get institutionalized by the places where they're in, and forget that the real world is out there, and there's a lot more moving parts what goes on in the real world. Like, I get it. We get older, we get into our family, we get into what's going on at home and stuff like that. And that's most important. But your brain still needs to learn every time, you know. If your brain's learning a lesson, yeah, you're growing, you're elevating as a man. Even a big man can elevate. I tell you that. If he subscribes to my channel, he will hear nothing but the real talk. He will hear the conversations which his nephew's not having with him. Do you get it? I have these conversations with my uncle because my uncle's the big man. So if I can reason with him, I can definitely reason with you as well. You can definitely learn something from my experiences, even with other people. Like I said, I actually like this person. Very nice person. Very, very nice person. It's just, I have an understanding on what I know in my lane professionally. And I also have an understanding on what you know as a person from your actions and the things what you say. Again, I know that everybody doesn't have their information always right. You know, we've all been there. But the time and the place where we live in today is very different, isn't it? It's different to the point where, like, you can correct the things which you didn't know and make them right, because now you do know. I know you've got to want to know as well, but young men, old men, middle-aged men, guess what? I got a secret for you. You see women, yeah? Yeah, women, yeah. They find guys who are intellectually smart, attractive. Yeah. Let's clap it up, because most of you lot didn't know that. Didn't know that if you work on your intellect, yeah, I'm not trying to say you're going to become beauty and you go to the beast and you're not going to do all that. But someone's going to look at you and say, wow, Big Mikey, he knows a few things, you know. And that's okay as well, because that will get you in the door. You get it? But my point is, and what I want to say to people is that if you are the smart person in the room, if you are having that conversation with someone who clearly doesn't know, yeah, it's not your time always to chime in and tell them what you do know, you know. You serve better purpose by saving your energy for someone who is more up for the challenge, and you can showcase your skills in front of others while silencing the lambs. That's what I like to call it, silencing the lambs. I could have done that in that situation, but nobody's about, and there's not a need for me to show my knowledge to that person, because again, who am I? I'm just an ordinary person that knows something, talking to someone who doesn't know something, but is not willing to show you facts about it, because again, do I care that much? I care enough to make a video, of course, because these things are life things what happen to people every day. You know, like, I know most people who watch my videos, they come across people like this all the time in their own life. And if you have, I want you to tell me your little story in the comment section, and we'll do something and we'll start reading them, and I'll get back to you guys, because I think that's important with growing the channel and letting you lot see that you're getting the content what you want. And what is necessary for this time is for me to be able to give you these real talk conversations where I make you aware of these different characters who in society and work in life, who you will definitely cross path with. But you got to know how to navigate yourself, because when you're navigating yourself, you're not in ducking and jiving from these types of people, because you know who they are. You don't have to rise to them neither, because it's not about using your good energy, what you can channel and focus on something else, on these types of situations. It's about knowing what challenges or what battles to start fighting for purposes which are going to be relevant to you and that are going to help you. That's not going to help me. What's going to help me is if you lot subscribe to my channel, because you know what I was saying is just the honest truth. I give real talk because a lot of people just don't. Maybe they're scared of some type of backlash. Maybe they're scared of what people would say. I just say it how it is. I say that, you know, I didn't say nothing to him. Again, because I like this person. But because I like you, it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna say, I can see where this would go. No, because I know that I don't need to rise to that point with that person. Yeah, like I said, good guy, good brother. Show me nothing but respect. So I show him nothing but respect as well. But again, we don't have to agree on everything. And let me know what you do in situations like this in the comment section below, because I'm encouraging you lot to subscribe to the channel first, like the video, but also drop a comment underneath and put that bell on so you know when I'm dropping new videos. It's Mr. London Plumber. Don't rise to all these conversations or these little challenges, challenge or duel, you know, like I challenge you to a duel with a glove. Anyway, I'm not going to put sound effects in. I'm grown. But you get what I mean. Yeah? Subscribe. Let's get it.